long after Jesus was born in Bethlehem, when he was still a young child, some men came to Jerusalem looking for him. They had been studying the ancient manuscripts and looking at the stars, and they had come to the conclusion that a king would be born, a king that would rule over all of Israel. So naturally, when their search brought them by Jerusalem, they went to see the king, the one the Romans had set up there, King Herod. And when they got there, they asked him, "Where's the baby? Where's the baby that's born King of the Jews? We've seen his star, and we've come to worship him." Well, Herod was none too pleased to find out that there was another king born in his territory. So he said, wait right here. I'm going to go and check with my people, and I'll get back to you with what they say. So Herod secretly went to the teachers and priests in Jerusalem, and he asked them, "Where is it that your Messiah is to be born again?" And they were amazed. They were just happy that he seemed to be taking an interest in their religion. They said, "Well, that's easy. The Messiah, according to the prophet Micah, is to be born in Bethlehem, Judea, not too far from here." Well, Herod took this information and went back to the wise men, and he told them, I think you should give me some more information about when you actually saw that star. What was the time frame? And when they told him, he said, "Well, you need to go to Bethlehem. The prophet Micah said that the baby would be born in Bethlehem." So they began to leave, and he said, and by the way, when you go and worship the child, why don't you stop back by this way and let me know where he's at, because I'd like to worship him too. Well, the wise men headed out for Bethlehem, and they were amazed and very excited and happy that the same star that they had seen in the east actually led them right to the very house where Joseph and Mary and the young child Jesus was. And when they saw the child, they bowed down and they worshiped him. And they brought out all the costly gifts that they had brought for him, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And they presented them to the child. And when they left, God warned them in a dream not to return to Herod, because he wished the child harm. So they went back to their country another way. And after they left, God also warned Joseph in a dream, "You need to leave Bethlehem. You need to flee to Egypt. Take the young child, Jesus, and Mary, and go, and I'll let you know when it's safe to return." Well, when they left, by this time, Herod was livid. He knew now that the wise men weren't coming back to report to him. They weren't going to tell him where the child was. So he had to take matters into his own hands. He told his soldiers to go and to kill every young child, every young male child under 2 years old, not just in Bethlehem, but in all the region around. And that's exactly what they did. Eventually, Herod himself died. And when he did, the angel of the Lord told Joseph, "Those who sought to kill the child are dead. You can return, it's safe." Well, Joseph knew that there were still a few relatives of Herod's in the area. So again, being warned in a dream, he decided to go and settle in Nazareth, the town of Nazareth in Galilee. And the Bible says there in Nazareth, the child grew, and God's blessing was upon him.